Alright, welcome back to this. Welcome back to Scorchfarer. So last time I quit it because I was already tired. And I think I had recorded like 2 hours worth of 2 to 3 hours, 2 hours and a half of Zelda ROM hacks. But now I can record just this. Anyways, Mitch and Yuki made they were back to the Brennan's residence soon after. The first thing they did as soon as they went through the door was handle the little bag of rocks to a clueless Lua. Well, it's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. They're so pretty, Lua yelled as soon as he pulled the rocks out of their little sack. I think we hit the nail on the head, said Yuki, quite surprised by the reaction of Lua, who was jumping in place. Lua moved the rocks close to his face and started whispering to them almost immediately. Oh no, he's gonna be casting some spells. It looks like it, Mitch said with a happy expression. Amber was sitting nearby looking at his boy, who had become ecstatic by his gift. I see you found what you were looking for. I am happy that everything was quick and easy, Amber said before sipping from his coffee. Yeah, I know our characters, I mean to be anti-magie and whatever. Well, they should be able to identify if things are of a certain magic, right? What do I mean? It will be a damn thing if that woman just sells those explosives and things can end up awful. Well, but anyways. By the way, did we come at the wrong time? I forgot to ask, said Yuki with a worried expression. Nah, our daily lives are usually very easygoing. Like I said, almost nobody comes here. When I'm truly busy is when I help people around here in other ways, Amber said. You knew exactly what to get him. I assume we didn't even have to tell you about it, considering how many rocks there are laying around this house, said Amber. This house is full of rocks. It was also thanks to... She's the one who told us that the rocks were Lua's doing, Yuki said. We actually got to meet Patara. She sends her regards, Michi said. Amber laughed nervously upon hearing that. Yeah, that's her. An old acquaintance, very old. There aren't many people that work on the ramps, so we all know each other, Amber said, appearing to be remembering things from his past. She has a very keen sense of smell, to a stalkerish degree. Maybe someday I will invite her for dinner, when Lua grows up a little more, Amber explained. So Lua doesn't know her. She was quite scary to be honest, but we were surprised by her kindness, Yukiharu said as he looked back to where Lua was standing. Lua had walked up to the window and placed his new rocks on the border. He was staring at them with a lot of excitement. Well, make sure just to put them in your blankets. They are warm. Hopefully not too warm. That should be fine, right? She met Lua when he was small. He was a puppy without the ability to create memories. That's probably how she was so sure who had. I can fucking read. That's probably how she was so sure who you had just visited, Amber said. Besides, you two are very pleasant people, so she was generally being nice to you two because of that, he finished. Yeah, you don't look like trouble. Yukiharu rubbed the back of his head, taken aback by the comment. Michi, don't you have something to give to Mr. Amber? Yuki said. Michi was lost in thought, watching Lua play with his rocks. That's right, Michi exclaimed. She walked right next to Amber while rummaging through her bag. Maybe we should have wrapped it, but here, it's for helping us. We hope you like it, said Michi with a smile. Amber took the small package from the girl's hand. It was a paper ash and tail bag. The paper was still warm, so it was freshly baked, more than likely. Amber was quite surprised by the gesture. You two are very pleasant people. Really, you shouldn't have. I didn't expect anything else after what you just did for my son. If you ever need help hiding from the law, you're more than welcome to stay with us. However, I hope that doesn't happen again, Amber said while raising an eyebrow. Yeah, make sure you pick the right crimes, or I'm not going to cover you for a couple of things. Michi took a step back and grabbed Yukiharu's arm. A strange shine appeared in her eyes. Don't worry. We don't intend on breaking the law, but thank you very much. We will definitely come visit you whenever we come to Foxtrot, Michi said with excitement. Now that we are leaving the city, I think this should be considered a goodbye as well. We hope we can see you both soon, Yukiharu said. Are you leaving? Lua asked as he approached Michi and Yuki while holding one of the 2 rocks that were gifted to him. Yuki nodded once. We haven't talked to Xiao about our decision, but we were leaving for Mayor tomorrow. I assume that is the next thing we should do now, Yukiharu finished. People say that is very scary, but I still want to see it. One day I'll go as well, said Lua. Yukiharu smiled at Lua. It's good to know you want to go explore the world. We will meet out there for sure, he said. Sorry, just changing the resolution a bit. Maybe it can help me read a bit better. But I would also recommend just making the text box darker. Well, this gives us the option to make it darker. It's a bit hard for me to read, honestly. Maybe it's just me. Maybe also choose the font. Maybe it's just me, just saying. Well, that sounds important. That fox is probably wondering about you're right about now, Amber said while patting Yuki's shoulder. You're both still young. Enjoy your journey and help what little is left out there, said Amber. Everything is fucking scorched. Glass by the Covenant. You see that ring on there? Alright, enough. Move close and hug Michi. Thank you for the gift. Be careful, Lua said with a huge smile. I hope your child is healthy when he's born. Amber rolled his eyes while Michi answered almost instantly. That isn't the plan I have in mind anytime soon, but we will be back for sure, Michi said with a lot of confidence and an awkward smile. Yeah, well, whatever. Yukiharu had reacted in a similar way as Amber, just slightly flustered. Kids really have no filter, Yuki murmured to himself before speaking up. We'll get going. Thank you so much for your help again. Both Michi and Yuki left through the door of the Benbard residence. Stay safe, Amber said while Lua waved at them as they left. That's not my plan anytime soon. Yeah, it usually isn't. And then things go down. Anyways. Hero, for you, Michi said as she took a small box and offered it to the woman. The box had small glass windows through which you could see several types of tea bags inside. Oh, so just a nice little gift, you know? That's nice. Please enjoy them in your new office. We hope you like it. Without you, we probably would have been walking in circles with my uncle, Michi continued, still with her arms extended. We'll look at the gift with perplexed expression. Ah, thank you very much. However, I don't think I was crucial for you to find that book. I was simply a spectator, she said. U grabbed the box and took a look at it, staring at it for an uncomfortable amount of time. Is everything alright? Yukiharu asked. It is just that it reminds me of my childhood, mostly because of Xiao. She was the one who showed me about all of the different kinds of teas there are. Something very weird to learn from someone that has no thumbs, U said with a smile. Thank you very much, U finished. Then there must be good memories, Yuki added, somewhat relieved after what you said. Yeah, will be a terrible thing if you just trigger some sort of PTSD she had from, you know, her military days, whatever. She was quite puzzled. She hadn't thought about how Xiao could drink tea, probably like any kind I would do, or with magic maybe, probably magic, or both. I'm glad. I hope you enjoy them, Michi said. Michi stared at U in her commander uniform. She was surprised that she was casually talking to them with her outfit on. Well, I mean, she's working here now. U, can I ask you something? Why is it that you changed your mind? I mean, about all this, Michi asked. You killed my grandma, and now I'm going to kill you? Alright. Probably not. Who kept her eyes on Michi before she answered. Let's just say that I realized how much I miss being free. Just like how this box makes me feel. Using magic reminded me of many things I didn't want to be reminded of. I got into dangers many times as a commander and Terra Magus, who said. Events that made me feel miserable, as if I wasn't in control of what happened in the end, Wu explained with a straight face. Michi and Yuki could see that while Wu's expression had changed from the person they met a few days ago, her eyes were eager, as if they could catch fire at any moment. I'll be straight with you both. Vin was the main reason why I stepped down as commander. We worked together for 5 years after our divorce. It took a toll on my physical and mental health having to interact with him almost every single day, Wu continued. I suppose I held on, hoping that maybe there was something left between us, Wu explained before making a short pause. I'm not going to become an old lady with 2 failures under my belt. What if it's much scarier than what probably lies ahead? This was something that I had wanted to do for a very long time, Wu continued. I just didn't have the courage to talk with Xiao about it, Wu said with a lot of confidence. Alright, wow, Michi moaning now as she stared at Wu. That answer was like 10, no 100 times more inspiring than I was expecting. Ooh, for real, with everything that you have done and what you plan to do now, you are already a great role model for everyone, Michi said with her hands together against her chest. I mean, I don't know, seems like something an adult would say, but well, I'm going to say that they are young, anyways. they, they will see it as such. Wu chuckled. She slightly covered her mouth when she did so. It appeared that she didn't like to show her teeth when laughing. That made me feel embarrassed. Thank you. My intention isn't to become famous or that people remember who I am, Wu said. I'm not sure if all the things I have done in my life could be a biography worthy, but I imagine that people have totally different idea of someone when reading their books or listening to all the things they have done, Wu said. That's true. When I read your books during our academy years, I had a different idea of who the Yabu will be, Yukihara said with his eyes fixated on the box that Wu was holding. Maybe someone that had everything figured out, live a perfect life, and that your retirement was a well thought out decision. Lesson learned, I guess, Yukihara said before looking at Michi. Wu sighed before speaking once more. If I can inspire more people in the future, I really do hope they don't learn about the lowest point of my life, Wu said while fixing her hair with one hand. Well, I mean, I guess it will help them to know in a way. Michi noticed someone was approaching Wu from behind. Ping was walking right around the corner, which gave the man very little time to react upon realizing who the trio were. Or like, oh, Uncle Vin? Michi raised her hand and waved at him. Michi didn't want to be impolite, but she figured that a small warning for Wu would be welcome. It seems that his arm doesn't bother him that much, Michi said as she noticed Vin's usual careless expression. Wu looked over her shoulder, their eyes meeting for a split second. It's getting a little awkward here. His arm. You will need more than a constellatio to stop a man as stubborn as this one, Wu said in a tone made to annoy Vin. If you're trying to make me angry, it isn't going to work. You're my boss now, so it isn't for me to respond in any other way, Vin explained. Yuki didn't know what to think about the situation, whether they fought. He thought it was better for him to just shut up. I think it's better we just leave. Shouldn't we be working, all of us? Alright, let's go. I wasn't really being that mean. Being stubborn can be a good thing and a bad thing, depending on the context of the situation, Wu said. Yuki and Michi were a bit uncomfortable by how childish Wu will behave sometimes with being around. Well, I guess some people just don't change when they are around some other people, especially, you know, if they knew each other for so long. I mean, maybe you act mature with some people, but maybe a bit immature with others. Usually in a good way, alright, but how say, if you know someone from a time where you were not doing that well, just going to come back up. It's short and alright, but I'm just saying, it can be expected. Vin just sighed deeply. He really wanted to avoid starting a fight. Are you ready? When are you traveling? Vin asked, looking at Michi directly. We decided what to do. We were about to go tell Xiao about our plan. Our plan is to travel to both cities that were suggested to us. We have no idea about what to expect when traveling there, so any extra information could be very useful, Mitch explained. Everything you probably already read about them is bare minimum you need. Mare is known as the Weeping City, and is it Cybeles? Cibeles? Cybles? Well, I guess I'm going to pick whatever is more comfortable to read, just for the sake of keeping things going. I think Cybeles will be a pronunciation to have. I'm pretty sure there are plenty, but we're going to go with that one, unless we hear of otherwise. It's pretty far away from here. You probably will need a guide to reach it. Both cities are quite interesting if you ask me, Vin explained. Mayor, I remember visiting that city for a few weeks at one point. I got a depressive episode from that. I couldn't imagine living there, Who said. The Weeping City. I have read about it many times. Is it really always raining there? Yuki asked. You will see when you get there, Vin said while he adjusted his sling. Sounds ominous. We could start there, Yuki. I have no idea what we could expect, but I have the feeling we will meet a lot of people in Mayor for some reason, Michi said while she began to create the plans in her mind. Well, I mean, I guess out of the two, that sounds very interesting. There's a lot of work for you out there. With your Terramagus license, you will get free accommodation and food, courtesy of Xiao's administration, Vin explained. Alright, love working for the government. If you can't find a guide for your Cibel trip, come to Foxtrot, and I will find someone while you stay here for a few days, Who said while winking at them. She's so nice. Thank you very much, Yuki said with an excited expression. Oh, this is a good chance to hand out a present, Yuki said while looking at Michi. A present? From Michi? Vin asked. He smiled upon hearing this. The idea of receiving something from his niece was something that made him really happy, but she couldn't help but smile as well once she noticed how happy her uncle became. We wanted to thank you for everything you have done since we arrived. It is some kind of ointment we brought earlier, Michi said while she approached her uncle. The vendor told us to help you relieve the itchiness you were complaining about yesterday, Michi said while handing over the small jar. Vin's smile widened. He will hug Michi right now if he could. Instead, Vin placed his hand on top of Michi's head. Thank you, Michi, said the man with one of the most sincere smiles she has seen from him. Yukiharu was always curious about this upside of Vin. It was weird when he would lower his guard this much. Michi kept her smile on while Vin grabbed the jar. Xiao's present is the last one. We shall go, Yuki said. Right, Michi said. We will inform you what we will do in the end, alright? There was a short silence before Michi spoke again. For real, thank you, to both of you, Michi said before grabbing Yuki's arm. Well, whatever you decide to do, I really hope we get to see each other a lot. Maybe we will cross paths in the future. You never know, Who said. Unlike her, I'm tied to this tower just like Xiao, for the most part, Vin said. But I could take a few days to go visit in case you settle down in a city, he finished. We will see you soon, Yuki said. I will prepare your wyvern so you leave first hour in the morning, Vin said. Thank you, Uncle Vin, Michi said before she started pulling from Yuki's arm. They waved at them both as they walked down the corridor of the tower. I mean, I'm thinking game-wise, I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe every time, a new text box appears or a click, maybe just there could be a sound cue like a click. Just to well, how do I say it? Just to add a bit more feedback to the player. Well, the reader. In this case, just a click every time you just move to the next dialog box. And maybe this is a bit more contrived, but also maybe a sound, a specific sound every time a new character is talking. Like if we're switching from one speaker to another, maybe to have a sound. But I mean, this second one I think is a bit more contrived. But I think the click sound every time you finish reading a text box, I just jump into the next one. That would be nice. I mean, just saying. Who was the only one to wave at them since Bean's hands were both busy? They moved to the upper levels of the tower, directly towards Xiao's office. After knocking on the door, they received Xiao's approval to enter. Upon entering the office, they found a very familiar scene. The place was full of copies of Populus, running amok, climbing on the shelves and looking under the piles of documents scattered around the office. Xiao was lying on her desk with a copy of Pops on top of her head. Copy Pops? Come in, don't be shy, Xiao said. Nah, Yuki exclaimed as he accidentally stepped on a copy of Populus while he was moving inside. This copy simply vanished in a tiny puff of smoke. Nah! Oh, it was a copy. Be careful, Yuki, Mish explained. They would approach the desk, mostly dragging their feet so they couldn't step off any of the copies. This place is infested. Xiao, are you busy? I see that you have some kind of search, Michi said while looking around at Populus. So cute. Well, yeah, using the look up things around. I think that was last episode, right? Last chapter, I mean, make sure to play that. They are the ones that are busy. I'm just enjoying the show, Xiao said. Did you lose something? Yuki asked. A note that I wrote many years ago. I know for a fact that it's somewhere inside this office. Checking every scroll or document will take me a few days, so I decided to bring Populus to help me, Xiao explained. A note. Many years ago. Michi was overwhelmed by the fact that Xiao could remember something like that. She would usually forget about small details like that in a few days. We wanted to tell you about our plans. It is possible that we will depart tomorrow morning. Mayor, then we will go to Cybel's. We will take Maldov's advice and go to those two places first, Michi said. Xiao stared at the pair, noting how firm Michi's voice was. How many people have I not said goodbye to, just for them to not come back to me, Xiao said. Luminous, pay attention to your surroundings. There's a lesson to learn from almost every encounter. The wiser you become, the more likely you will come out of a threatening situation unscathed. I know for a fact you will encounter that more than once, Xiao said. Yuki and Michi listened carefully. Even if they wanted to, they didn't know what to respond. We're going to die? They wouldn't say that. But I mean, I guess, we're still learning about the world, right? But I mean, of course, one of the main dangers is doing like the the chapter 2 rewind remix. Alright, shut up. Alright, one of the main dangers is them getting lost in the sauce when doing like the rewind feature, right? Forgot the name what it was. But I mean, are there other dangers? Of course, right? I'm pretty sure that criminals in this world we know what the Constellatio, I think that's the name of them. But like, are there like demons roaming around, or Nocib Fauna in the list? I mean, of course, right? There's a lot to learn in the world when we consider that the entire place got glass. I mean, torched by the giant fiery halo. Well, I may be missing a few details here, but the world is scorched. So there's a lot to learn. Like, how many animals are there? What fauna is there? What is dangerous? What isn't dangerous? And I mean, that place that is constantly raining. I mean, I think I put this on one of the episodes before that. Usually, like ash or whatever can be used to give nutrients to the soil, but I mean, Either case, I guess it doesn't matter in this universe because probably this Scorch event just created a different kind of ash, like in Death Stranding. In Death Stranding, when it rains, it's not like water; it's like timefall. So time passes like faster and makes people old. Sends you to the beach when you get old. Wait, was that a Death Stranding reference? I don't know. Point is, I'm presuming the ash is like different, hence why they need to do such a complex ritual just to get the land back. But besides that, what else can can kill you out there? Oh well. Well, I mean, I guess there's like different type of events that could be happening. Because I mean, they saw like a family like being that dysfunctional, and they kill someone, kill his grandma. Well, to my understanding at least. So maybe some scenarios are more simple, like oh well, just some random planes, bring them back. But they saw like people in there, which was like dangerous. So I don't know. Well, guess we'll see as the series progresses. At any rate, I have high expectations of both of you. Don't take it the wrong way. Yukiharu, but Michi was on track to become a partner of a very famous and experienced Terra Magus. A lot of people at Grand Scenes, yeah, are probably going to evaluate you more from now on, Xiao explained. You understand, Yukiharu said. Man, if you don't want me here, then send me already, man. I'm tired of this shit. He wouldn't say that. At least not yet. I don't like the idea that you have plans with me like that. I still don't understand why, but at this point, I think it's pointless to dig deeper. We started on this jump together, Michi said in a very serious tone. Her tone softened right after saying those words. Without each other, we wouldn't be standing here in front of you. Thank you, Xiao, for allowing us to travel together, Michi said with a mildly sad expression. Well, I mean, I guess this was the other part that confused me a little. I mean, I guess it's yet to explain. I mean, unless I'm done with the game, with all chapters, and these questions are still remaining, it's still up in the air. And one of those questions were like, usually they say that they try to avoid like couples in these Terra Magus like themes. However, they also said that it's better if the couples bond together better, so they can perform their magic better. Then it's like, isn't like couples better for this, or is there something else going on? Because I mean, I don't know. Is it a case of it's good if they bond together, but if it's like romantical or something deeper, then no. But if but if everything just work related, like oh we're best partner, we know how to get job done, then I guess right, it's probably something like that. Again, it's a question that I have in the air, but I will keep saying unless we're at the end of the game and those questions are not answered, then well they can still be explained by the game lore and everything. At any rate, she was curious about the other person that Xiao mentioned. She had never heard of a team that was forced to work together like that before. Yuki's the best partner I could have chosen, I assure you, Michi finished. Yukiharu nodded. We were meant to work together, Yuki affirmed. Well, thank you for keeping it professional. He could have said be together, but put work at first. At least on these situations. That feeling is way too strong. That is why I can't disband your team. It will just be a detrimental to your overall performance, Xiao said. There was a short silence, only disturbed by the hundreds of populace rummaging through Xiao's belongings. Xiao. Xiao, why? Why Michi? What is the reason for this interest in her? It's abnormal, a very strange favoritism, Yuki asked finally. Laying down the questions, is she going to answer? She moved her tail from side to side while looking at the pair. Do you really want to know? The fox asked. It was disconcerting to hear a confirmation that there were something out of place. Would she tell us the answer? She thought for a moment. It is something that has been on mine since we arrived. Yuki knows how everything has been in my life, growing up in a rich family. I have always been given special treatment, Michi said. However, there was never anything that would indicate that there was something special about me. It felt like everyone knows something that I do not, Michi said. It's something that we need to know. Is it really that problematic? Michi asked. Um, this is a personal of me, but I would prefer it if the text boxes just said like the name of the character, whatever they say, and without having like Michi asked, Michi said, unless there's something else in the text box. Again, this will require to make a lot of text boxes more, but it will certainly help the reading. Again, that's just me. Yukiharu grabbed Michi's hand, focused on Xiao. Not really, nonetheless, I'm not sure myself. There is something exceptional about your existence, to the point of being disturbing, Xiao began explaining. If it wasn't for the council at Grand Scenes, you would have never heard a word about this, and we, the Terramagus, as an institution, would have allowed you to free roam. However, people are insecure. Should we interfere? If destiny is predetermined, as I mentioned before, it doesn't matter what is done. The outcome will be the same, Xiao explained. Oh no, we're currently in the present and we bring things from the past into the present because of the Scorch event. Now there's some future where they are taking things from our present. Wouldn't that be crazy? I guess it's always a thing with just time travel and things like that. Is it because is since time travel is not real and it can only be speculated on. And I'll be honest, I don't think time travel will ever be real. It's irrelevant for the story, right? I don't think time travel is ever going to be real because the complexity of sending matter to a time before. Because then, what is time? How do you find time? We define it in terms that we humans understand, but does the universe understand it too, or how does that work? It's a bit complex, right? Now, back to fiction. Time travel is always a difficult thing because it's like, does an event change and creates another timeline, but there's still like the original timeline going on? Does it change like the timeline in a single straight away? That type of deal. Like usually they prefer like it's a singular timeline, and changing the timeline is part of the timeline. It's kind of weird, but again, it's fiction. Don't think too much about it. But anyways, I'm allowing this thing to happen. Even though I respond to Uso's government, when it comes to Terra Magus trained with Wanderlust, I am the bigger authority. In this particular case, you shouldn't worry too much, Xiao explained. Oh yeah, that's what it's called, Wanderlust. It's still a peculiar name, but who am I to ask? Xiao's noticed that neither Yuki nor Michi knew how to respond. She gave us a non-answer, so poke a little more. Even though there are people trying to manipulate your destiny, I don't think it depends on me to follow their desires. And so I think it will be irresponsible of me to explain to you why you are special, Xiao said. Oh no. They should know a lot more. However, this puts a lot of question because then it means like maybe some people, trying to manipulate your destiny. That could be many things, alright? For us the reader, right? Because it could mean like maybe they know exactly what's happening, or maybe they just have an expectancy like this is a special person with certain special powers, whatever they are, and they want to use those special powers for a specific game. However, they could also be that they have some, what do you call it? The people who can see the future. They have powers that they can see the future and they can know what happened, and they want to move things in a certain way so they happen. Which, again, is It's a scenario of it can either always happen or it can be changed depending on how it goes. Anyways, I wouldn't be any different from those people at the grand scenes, so you will have to find out on your own the answers to the questions you are looking for. They aren't in this room, Xiao said. After a short pause, Michi answered, I understand. Thank you, Xiao, with a disconcerted expression. I hope we can find those answers together, Michi said. She leaned, she leaned a bit over to her partner. And thank you for worrying so much, she whispered to Yuki. He smiled at her. Michi blushed a bit upon seeing Yuki's face. She quickly turned to look at Xiao's and approached the desk. She placed a small wooden box right next to her. We bought you a small gift, a token of appreciation for allowing us to work together. It isn't much, but we really didn't know how else we could say thanks, Michi explained. Cher stood up, which caused the populous copy on her head to roll down her back. She opened the box with her snout, which was a much smaller version of the box they gave to. There were 4 small straw bags, all of them filled with different tea leaves, complete or grounded. Hope you like it. We have heard more than once that you like tea, Michi said. Tea is an obsession to the point that I throw small tea parties with the tower personnel, Xiao said while sniffing the bags. This is a very good selection, with flavors that I crave, thank you. Xiao said. Michi and Yuki were quite happy with Xiao's approval. Yeah, I was having quite a thing if she didn't like him. Well, I don't think she would have said anything, alright? She doesn't seem the type. But she seems sincere. I'm a little too busy today to realize just yet, but I promised I'll save a bag of my favorite, so we can enjoy it together when you come back to Foxtrot, Xiao said. Her tone of voice sounded like he was much more friendly than the usual business talk. Yuki nodded happily. Of course, Foxtrot is like our main home at this point, Michi said, quite excited. We will be leaving tomorrow then. Do you have any advice for us about Mayor? Wu commented that it's a very depressing city, Michi questioned. Alright, I get that for visual novel reasons sometimes you put Michi question, character question, character setting this. But like, well, only if you see it necessary, because it's like, character said something, character said it in a shouting manner or that type of reason. but you know, I will say only use it when necessary. But that's just me. A recommendation. As you may know, since the fire rain, I haven't left this tower, Xiao said. I visited Mayor several times before the fire rain. It was a complete different city from what I have been told it is like today, Xiao said as she used her paw to play with a populace that was walking by. It was rebuilt from scratch, as the original city was completely destroyed. The Byzantine temple that sits on the west side of the city is only a replica, Xiao explained. The fox thought for a moment before actually giving them some personal advice. My only recommendation is not to leave Mayor before visiting Volvita's Clamor, Mayor's old world wonder. It is a vault that was built under the city and served as a bank for magic artifacts for the elite during the old days, Xiao explained. Is it a thing we can visit, or, it's kinda like find a way to get in? For those who want to visit this vault, you can ask, thank you. Well, the vault used to be open for the public as it was also Mayor's nature park. People would purchase one-time use tickets to enter the vault for a day, Xiao explained. These have become more scarce as time goes on, as they haven't been printed since the fire rain. But I'm sure you will find a way to get your hands on some of them, Xiao said with some confidence. Alright, that's kind of we sell the Fortnite Founders Edition a long time ago, but we don't sell them anymore. But if you have the ticket, you can get it. It's a weird kind of deal when you consider, it's a place you can go. I mean, doesn't that play require sustenance? Who's punching the tickets? Well, I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. Volvitas noted. There are so many places we have to visit. I will try to draw everything that I see for you, Michi said. Xiao was quite surprised of Michi being that thoughtful of her. Oh, do you know how to draw? Xiao asked with a bit of a surprised tone. Yes, I struggle a bit with insects though, which is ironic, I know, Michi explained. How is this ironic? Oh, isn't because, yeah, she has like those wings, I think. Well, anyways, there is someone in that wall that I hold dear to my heart. Please draw her once you are down there, Xiao said. You aren't allowed to make any remembrance like that out of the vault, but I'm sure they will make an exception if you show them this, Xiao said before chewing on one of her bandages and tearing it up with her mouth. Michi grabbed it after noticing that Xiao was allowing the girl to take it. I hope my smell sticks to it long enough, Xiao said. Michi used snorting before placing the piece of bandage inside her bag. Maybe we need to put it in a plastic envelope or something like that, something to contain the smell. I would really like to know how she looks like these days, Xiao confessed. It will be done, Xiao, Michi said. Thank you very much for everything, Michi said before bowing a bit. Yuki looked at Michi for a second before following through and bowing at Xiao like her. Xiao closed her eyes and nodded twice. Michi could see that this was a personal matter for the fox, something that was very important. Failing to enter Volvita's clamor wasn't an option now. Well, she is very concerned about that. Alright, well, I'm interested in how this place looks. Familiar or familiarity. Should I keep recording? I don't want to overextend this. But I feel like it was a little short, wasn't it? Well, I'm going to end it here. But if I see better for the recording to continue or not, then, well, you will know. Until I figure that out, thank you so much for watching. Guess I'll see you when I see everyone. Take care. Remember to stay safe. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, and, well, guess I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye now.